The second thing is the blurring of the lines between the couple's business interests and their charitable ones. So one of the criticisms this chairwoman has made is that she says she was unaware that Prince Harry was going to bring a film crew along to that polo match and other Centre Bali events for his Netflix series. Is that a blurring of lines?
Isn't that quite good for the charity?
It's a wonderful opportunity for the charity. This happened a month before. He phoned up and said, I'm doing this stuff for Netflix. I thought I'd bring the crew along to film it. It's a wonderful opportunity for actually worldwide publicity for the charity. None of the examples given by the chair, the lady who was interviewed this weekend, really, to me, seem to amount to what I would call harassment at scale. You could argue about the Netflix thing that actually he was giving them an opportunity a month ahead. That moment with the photograph does not sound to me like major harassment or bullying, asking the person to stand here rather than there so there's a better shot of Harry, who is the star. The only reason we're talking about this charity, the only reason it's made any difference to lives of young people who have AIDS in Southern Africa is because of Harry's involvement. That's what it's all about. And everybody else should be in the service of that. Genius of being a really good charity director, like either the chair or in the chief exec, is you actually understand what you've got. And you have got here, Harry is he's our poster boy. He started it. Actually, he's very useful to us. So part and parcel of this being a really great charity director is also to understand the strengths of the charity and to use those. So I haven't heard their side of the story. We've just heard hers. But at the moment, I must say, I noticed that Harry and all the trustees have stepped down.
He has been a brilliant charitable ambassador.
I have a son-in-law who was served with him in Afghanistan, and when he had a word against him, he simply says, this is a guy with a very good heart. So I'm buying that.
Has Sophie Chandauka's credibility been shattered beyond repair? This is the question that has been echoing through the UK media landscape recently, a question that has emerged from a stunning shift in narrative, a turning tide, if you will. For years, Prince Harry has been the subject of relentless scrutiny, the target of seemingly endless criticism, yet he has endured, standing tall with grace, dignity, and unwavering purpose. Now it seems the tables have turned. The critics, the same individuals who have made careers out of attacking Prince Harry, are now distancing themselves from Sophie Chandauka. Yes, even Camilla Tominey, a vocal critic of Harry, is stepping back from Chandauka's claims. It's fascinating to observe how the narrative has unravelled, how it has collapsed under the weight of truth. The very people who applauded every attack on Harry are now raising questions about Sophie Chandauka's leadership and credibility. This shift is not a matter of changing preferences or shifting allegiances, but a testament to the power of truth. Sophie Chandauka, once a celebrated figure, is now under fire. The criticisms are not coming from a single direction, but from all corners. Not just from Harry's supporters, but also from those who once championed her cause. This is not a mere shift of public opinion. This is a call for accountability. The tide has indeed turned. It's clear that the narrative that once seemed so solid, so unbreakable, has crumbled. The truth, as they say, has a way of surfacing, of making its presence known. And in this case, it has shone a light on Prince Harry's integrity, while casting a shadow on Sophie Chandauka's credibility. It appears that the tide has turned and Chandauka is now under fire like never before. What this means for her future, only time will tell. But one thing is clear, the truth has a way of making itself known, and in this case, it has revealed a side of Prince Harry that his critics had chosen to ignore, and a side of Sophie Chandauka that many did not expect to see. Prince Harry has withstood much, hasn't he? Indeed, he's faced a storm of scrutiny that could easily topple even the strongest of us. Yet, he stands, undeterred, displaying the kind of grace, dignity and purpose that is rare to find. He's been the target of unyielding criticism, most of it unfair and baseless, and yet, his resolve hasn't wavered. Harry's journey has been one of resilience and strength. He's been the target, the scapegoat, the one to shoulder blame for things beyond his control. When the arrows of criticism were flying, it was Harry who stood in their path, absorbing the impact, protecting those he loves. And he did it all with a grace and dignity that is nothing short of admirable. Yet we're seeing a shift, a change in the narrative that's been playing out. The tide is turning, and it's turning in Harry's favour. The public's perception is changing, and with it, the voices of his harshest critics are softening. They're starting to see through the smoke and mirrors. They're starting to question, to doubt the validity of the claims made against Harry. What we're witnessing now is the beginning of a call for accountability. Sophie Chandauka, once the applauded critic of Harry, is now under scrutiny. The tables have turned, and those who once cheered on her attacks are now questioning her credibility. This isn't just about changing opinions, it's about accountability, it's about truth. And as the dust settles, as the truth begins to rise, one thing becomes clear. Harry stands tall amidst the chaos, his integrity shining through, his character, his resilience, his unwavering commitment to truth and justice. They all stand as a testament to the man he truly is. And so we find ourselves at a crossroads, where the truth can no longer be ignored, where accountability is demanded, where the unfairly targeted stand tall, their integrity unblemished. Harry stands tall amidst the chaos, his integrity shining through. It's a testament to his character, a beacon of truth in a world often shrouded in unfounded criticism and unfair targeting. It's a truth that cannot and will not be ignored. Just what does accountability mean for Sophie Chandauka? It's a question that's been echoing through the halls of public opinion lately, resonating with an intensity that's hard to ignore. Sophie Chandauka, once a figure who could do no wrong in the eyes of the media, is now finding herself in the hot seat. But it's not just Prince Harry's loyal supporters who are turning up the heat. The shift is more profound, more telling. It's those who once revelled in any attack on Harry who are now questioning Chandauka's credibility. This isn't a small ripple in the pond, it's a seismic shift, and it's shaking the very foundations of Chandauka's narrative. This shift is not born of whimsy or capriciousness, but of a growing demand for accountability. The world is holding a mirror up to Chandauka, asking her to take a long, hard look at herself and her actions. It's a mirror that reflects not just what's been said and done, but also the motivations and intentions behind those actions. And the reflection is not flattering. The very fact that those who once championed any attack on Harry are now questioning Chandauka speaks volumes about the diminishing credibility of her narrative. It's a narrative that's been built not on truth or integrity, but on unfounded allegations and baseless claims. And now it's starting to crumble under the weight of scrutiny and accountability. The wave of accountability that's sweeping over Chandauka is not just about calling her out. It's about setting the record straight. It's about giving credit where it's due and holding individuals responsible for their actions. For Prince Harry, this shift is a testament to his resilience, his grace, and his unwavering commitment to standing up for what's right. It's a validation of his integrity and a vindication of his truth. Sophie Chandauka is now under fire, held accountable by an unexpected group. And it's a fire that's been ignited by the pursuit of truth, justice, and accountability. It's a fire that's unlikely to be extinguished anytime soon. What does this shift in narrative mean for Prince Harry's integrity? Well, let's delve into that. The rising tide of truth has a way of washing away the murk and mire of untruths, doesn't it? And in this case, it's making room for a new, more honest appraisal of Prince Harry's character and integrity. In the past, the narrative around Prince Harry has been one of relentless criticism and attack. His every move, every word dissected and scrutinized, often unfairly so. Yet, through it all, Harry has remained steadfast, his actions reflecting a man of grace, dignity, and purpose. But with the collapse of Sophie Chandauka's narrative, we're seeing a shift. We're witnessing a reassessment of Prince Harry's character, a reevaluation that's long overdue. Suddenly, even those who've made careers out of criticizing Harry are finding themselves questioning their own narratives. They're starting to see the man behind the headlines, the person who's been unfairly targeted for so long. And what they're seeing is a man of integrity, a man who stood his ground even when the odds were stacked against him. This isn't just a shift in narrative for the sake of it. It's a shift born out of accountability, a shift that's been forced by the rise of the truth. Sophie Chandauka's credibility is under fire, and as her narrative crumbles, the truth about Prince Harry is starting to shine through. It's a truth that's been there all along, just waiting to be acknowledged. A truth that shows Harry not as a target of relentless criticism, but as a man of integrity, a man who stood his ground in the face of adversity. So, what does this shift in narrative mean for Prince Harry's integrity? It means that finally, the truth is rising. It means that the man we've been seeing through the lens of unfair criticism is finally being seen for who he truly is. The truth rises, and with it so does Prince Harry's integrity.